So welcome guys. So in last lecture we have seen why we need array, okay, and what is array. So in this lecture we'll see, okay, we'll just try to create one array, okay. So what are the different way to create an array, okay. So first we'll see how we can create a simple integer array, okay. So I can create, so I'll just write giving comments also, creating an array, simple. So I'll write int array, then I can write, already I have written, I'll just write arr is equal to, we can create object by using new keyword, okay, new, and then I can write int of array close. So as of now I'm trying to create an array object, okay, but if you are trying to create an array object, you must have to give or initialize the length of an array while declaration, okay. So here, if you are creating object of an array, it is mandatory to give the length, okay. So I'll give, suppose 4. So if you give 4, means by default what it will do, it will create one object, it will create one empty array size like this, okay, 0 0 0 0, okay. So it will create one empty array of size 4. I'll write 10 so that I can explain the example. So it will create an array object with all value will be default 0, 10 object, right. So 5 6 7 8 9 10, okay. So 10 object, by default all the value will be what, 0, all 10 element will be 0. So we'll see how this object will work, okay. So let's go to our example. So if we here we will see, so if you will see this example, so by default if we will create one array object with 10 size, so one empty array will be created, okay, one empty array will be created which will be having 10 index, okay, 10 index. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, okay. So if you'll see, like, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, so 10 index, but indexing will start from 0 in array. So this is also one of the most important question. So indexing always start from 0 in array, so it will be start from 0 and end with 9. So by default whenever we'll create an object, by default whenever we'll create object and we'll give the size, by default array it will create like this memory location, and internally it will assign 0 0 to all the indexes, okay. So we can say that array is collection of index collection of similar data type, right. So what we are doing here is we are holding integer similar data type in one place, right, and index collection, all are index collection and fixed in size, this is right. If it is 10, we can't increase the size of array, it is 10 only, right. So now if you will come to definition part, what is array? So you can say that in simple answer, array is an index collection of similar data type, okay, that's all. So now we have created an array, simple array, okay. Now I can add element to the array, okay. So how we can add? So arr, so is equal to, I can write 1 or 2, okay, 1. So here you need to assign value. So at which index you want to assign what value. So arr 0, so at 0 index I want to assign 1. So now at 0 index, like 0 will replace by what, 1, okay. Now at third index I want to add, okay, 3, okay. So by default at third index, so third index is where, so 0 1 2 3, so this will be assigned with 3. Similarly we can assign all the value, not at all problem, okay. We can assign how much ever value you want, like this, okay. So now if you want to print it, so we have already seen how we can print it by using for loop also and by using for each loop also, okay. So if you want to check the length of this array in Java, we have one method called length, okay. So we'll call that method name, so arr dot length, okay. We'll try to print and we'll see what is the length. So length is 10, okay. So I'll just print so that it will look better. So length of array, so whatever length of array will be there I'll get. So length of array is 10 because I have created with 10th size, right? So 10 array will be created, one empty array will be created with default size of 10, and all the value by default will be 0 0. If we will initialize, then only that value will be initialized, right? Okay, now I want to iterate this value, all the value, I want to check all the 10th element. Okay, so it is again what, loop. Like we have multiple elements, so you need to iterate one by one, right? So we can go for loop, either for loop or for each loop. Okay, so we'll see with both loop. Okay, so let's go for first for loop. So iteration by using for loop. So already this one is a for loop. Okay, so I'll just enter. So ar dot length means 10, like I is less than 10. So by default this is already how this for loop will work, so I'm not interested to explain once again. So if you have any doubt, you can go previous lecture and you can watch it. So I want to print one by one, like what is the value at array of 0 index, at 1 index, 2 index. Okay, so by default this I will be keep increasing, like y I plus plus I will be 0. So I want to see ARR of what I want to see is I. Okay, because this I value will be increased one by one. Okay, so I starting I value will be what, 0. 0 is less than 10 because this length is what, 10. So 0 is less than 10, yes, so it will print a of 0. A of 0 is what, 1. Again I plus plus, now 1 is less than 10, yes, so a of 1. Okay, it will print 0. Again I plus plus, I is equal to what, 2. So 2 is less than length, yes, so array of 2, it will come, it will print here. Okay, and again I plus plus, I is equal to 3, and array of 3 is what, 3. Like that it will keep rotating till last index, right? And we will get all the elements printed here. Okay, so I'll just give a little space so that it will be looking good. Okay, print it. I'll just print it. Perfect. So see, I got array length is what, 10, and this all element I got it here, right? So only 2 element I have assigned. Okay, 2 index I have assigned the value 1 and 3, and remaining index by default assigned by 0, right? So this is same how we can use for loop to iterate. I can use for each loop also. So I'll try for each loop this time. So sorry, I have written again for loop, so I'll take for each loop this time. So for each loop. Okay, so what kind of data I want to iterate? So integer, so I have taken integer. Okay, any reference variable I can take, so I have taken I. On what I want to iterate, so this array. Okay, where is that array? So this array ARR. Okay, so I have written ARR. You have to just write SOP of I, that's all. So here again I'll take one SOP statement to differentiate so that it will be easy for you to understand. So iterating by for each loop. Okay, now I'll run these. So first it will run by using for loop, then it will run by for each loop. So let me copy paste by using for loop. So this will be executed by using for loop, and this will be executed by for each loop. Okay, so I'll execute it now and we'll see the output. Perfect. So in both way, by using for loop also we can iterate, and by using for each loop also we can successfully iterate the element of an array. Okay, so now in next lecture we'll see what are the different way to declare the array, initialize the array, instantiate the array. Okay, so see you in the next. Thank you for watching.